Yo, great wholesome today, Wednesday, 4th day of October. How was that alert today? That motherfucker was annoying. I ended up turning my phone off. I don't want to hear that shit anymore. But yo, check it. Day 4, Proverbs 4. The security in wisdom, or security in wisdom. I've already read this morning or earlier today. Read it before going to the gym. I listened to it before I read it. Listened to this one and a few more Proverbs that I recorded in my own voice just to, get over my own discomfort with my own voice. There's a lot of people out here that they cannot stand to hear their own voice pre-recorded or recorded. They find it annoying, and that's not good. That you find your own voice irritating. No bueno, family. You should be fond of your own voice, of yourself, of your wonderful uniqueness. There's no reason why you should dislike yourself in any way, shape, or form, unless there are things that you know you need to work on, such as your faith, your fitness, your relationships with family, with friends, with finances, with your future visions, and even with your frequency. Maybe you're not vibrating at the level that you know you have the potential to. And so there is room for improvement and room to work on. None of us is perfect. No, none of us will ever be perfect. We can only work and make progress and improvement on our personality, on our character, and on our consciousness, our level of awareness and understanding. So here we go. Proverbs 4. Security and wisdom. Hear, my children, the instruction of a father, and give attention to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Do not forsake my law. When I was my father's son, tender and the only one in the sight of my mother, he also taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my commands. Keep my commands and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget, nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And in all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will place on your head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory she will deliver to you. Exalt wisdom, family. Exalt understanding, and it will promote you. It will bring you honor. It will keep you from embarrassing yourself in the face of others and in the presence of others. Understanding, awareness, wisdom will put an ornament of grace and bring you a crown of glory. That ain't no BS, fam. Hear, my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I led you in the right paths. When you walk, and your steps will not be hindered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction and do not let go. Keep her, for she is your life. Do not enter the paths of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn away from it and pass on. Reading this daily has kept me the most consistent, and it's what's continuing to make me have to come and do these lives, because I told myself I'm going to pick one of these months that has 31 days, and I'm going to record. I'm going to do live recordings of myself communicating this, reading this, whatever wisdom I need to extract from this book, and share whatever perspective I need to share, whatever needs to come out of my lips, because this is one of my crafts. It's communication. It's not just training people or training myself. It's also communication. That's my business, right? So let's get back to it. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it, and do not travel on it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is like the shining sun, that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. And that is true, fam. There's a lot of people out here that they project and put on this persona of perfection, yet ill continues to come their way, and they do not know why. They may be nice to people, but they're not really kind to themselves. They're not really gentle or good to themselves. They're destructive. They might be destructive towards others, but very nice to themselves. They're selfish. Some are overly selfless for selfish reasons, not for even selfless reasons. They're just selfless or nice for the benefit that they can gain, at the expense of their own pride. So they'll sacrifice their own pride to please or appease some other people. You get what I'm saying? Like the nice guy that will allow himself to be in the friend zone for 5 or 10 years for the potential of someday gaining some cat from whatever female he is befriending. They don't know what makes them fall. They're always tripping over their own BS. Where we at? So my son, give attention to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep your heart with diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. Powerful stuff right there. I'll go back. Give attention to my words. Incline your ears to my sayings. Do not let them depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart. And then we go to the heart. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. If we're not focused, if we're not balanced in this center right here, in this divider, in this mediator between the lower animal half and the upper celestial half, it's going to be reflected in everything else in our life. It's going to be reflected in our relationships with others. It's going to be reflected in our relationships with finances, in our relationship with ourselves, in our relationship with family, and in our relationship with our belief and trust in the knowledge that we have acquired to put into action some steps that can be taken action upon, or steps that can be acted upon on our visions. You get what I'm saying? We might have some ideas, some imagining, some visions in our mind that we may fear acting upon because we lack focus, the awareness, the balance, the appreciation for what we might already have to take that next step. Like me personally, I have the technology, right? I like to communicate. Before I couldn't communicate because my throat chakra was locked up, because I was lying to myself, because I lacked the proper information that would illuminate my consciousness and that would influence and inspire me to act, right? That would incite some kind of action that could also invite other people to actions. So I lacked the information, I lacked the understanding, I lacked the awareness, the clarity of thought to be able to understand that my talent is communication, is my ability to articulate myself in such a way that I don't create so much pushback, that I am able to convince people of my point of view. This was something that I ain't even, I kind of subconsciously knew, but then I received a recommendation letter when I was planning on going back to the Marine Corps as an officer from one of my professors. And that was his perception of me, what he perceived as being my talent. But I was able to come to class, to a college campus into classroom, convince everybody in the classroom of my point of view, even the people that originally disagreed with me. But it all takes time. It all takes time. Developing, our skill sets, it takes time. It takes effort. It takes mindful attention. And if we're not diligent with where we place our focus in, then we're not going to succeed. We're not going to receive the level of respect that we may desire, the monetary gain that we may desire. We're not going to receive the love, the affection, and attention that we may desire from our loved ones, from our family, from our friends, if we're not being diligent with what we allow ourselves to think, feel, and do. Put away from you all deceitful mouth, and put perverse lips far from you. Let your eyes look straight ahead, and your eyelids look right before you. Ponder the paths of your feet, and let your ways be established. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Remove your feet from evil. I go back to, because I like reading these proverbs, man. You said, exalt her and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will place on your head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory she will deliver to you. That is wisdom. That's why we are told in Proverbs by King Solomon, or by Amenemop, who wrote these instructions for his son, and were then transcribed into the Bible and, titled as being written by King Solomon. And who have we said Solomon is? Solomon is the soul of man, or soul and moon, sun and moon. The sun and the moon, your pituitary and pineal gland, your feminine and masculine. The soul of man is the wisest, the richest, has the most wives and concubines. The soul of man is what asked of the source of creation for an understanding and wise heart, so that the soul of man could govern the nations, the trillions of cells that make up this bigger self, the nation that is the body of man, the nation of Israel. Isis, Ra, and El. Isis, wisdom. Ra, the sun god, and El. El, you, I. ¿Tú me entiendes? It's some, I don't know. I'm no theologian. I'm still just a humble student, studying and learning. Did I highlight anything else? Check it. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction, and do not let go. Keep her. Keep wisdom, for she is your life. All right? Keep her, for she is your life. Seek wisdom above all, and in all you do, give thanks to the all which liveth in you and worketh through you, to enjoy all this gift of life, of your time in life, and that existence has given you as your special offer. We all get the same amount of 24 hours per day, however many seconds that is. How we choose to break up those 24 hours is up to each individual. 168 hours in 1 week. There's no excuse for none of us to not be training our body, to not be focusing on our faith, on our fitness, on our relationship with our families, on how we build relationships in our community and with friends, on how we manage our money and how much time we invest into, developing our finances, and how much time we invest, we sit down to journal, to write down our visions, our thoughts, our ideas, our desires, our wants, our dislikes and likes, on paper so that we can refine our personality, we can refine our character, so that we can refine every aspect of ourselves, so that when we show up, we actually show up as someone that is genuine, that is true, that is compassionate, that is respectful, that is considerate of other individuals, because she has done that for itself. But other than that, it's been a great day. You get what I'm saying? Was able to build with the niece yesterday and today, as whoever watches the stories has seen. You get what I'm saying? Picked her up, had her pay my fee, which is me training her. Picked her up again today, had her pay the fee of me picking them up and taking them to the park as they request, which is me training her. And you know what I'm saying? I do my best to make it fun when working with the little ones. Same thing when working with adults. Providing the proper information that illuminates, inspires, influences, and invites and incites positive action. Other than that, I have fulfilled my requirement for this day and evening. I have done my best. I have done a little bit more than my best this day. So I guess I didn't do my best. I did a little more. As the 4 agreements suggest, do your best and nothing, says nothing more and nothing less. I say do your best, maybe a little bit more, but never anything less. Alright? Be impeccable with your word. Use your words to create, to speak what you desire into reality. Disregarding things that you do not desire. Instead, change those words. Alright? You are healthy. You are strong. You are wealthy. You are filled with grace. You are beautiful. You are capable. You are worthy. It's been real. You have a great one. It's your guy, Superconscious Sosa. Superconscious living, superconscious thoughts, superconscious servant of the Most High God. Yo, checking out. I'm out. One.